Pretty awesome duo versus squads war mode gameplay. However, before we get to that, first just wanted to show you a fun little Easter egg courtesy of DatSavage User, who sent this in, showing us that there are invisible houses on Miramar. So a number of you who have played Miramar probably realize that there are a few of these locations around the minimap that show up as small villages or towns, and if you actually visit them, well, there's nothing there. So the most likely explanation for why this occurred is because when they were building Miramar for use in PUBG Mobile, they started out with the PC version. However, they actually rebuilt the entire map to be more mobile friendly. So as far as like actually buildings and trees and elevation. However, the minimap was ported from the PC version. So in the PC version, if you drop here, you'll notice that there are buildings that you can loot like normal. On the mobile version, not so much. This one is located to the west of Power Grid, and I'm hoping that eventually they'll update this. They'll update the minimap to reflect what's actually there. However, until that happens, just need to make a mental note. That way you don't accidentally drop here. If you're the chosen dropper for your squad, and then you're like, hey, let me check out this cool location that is maybe hidden, has some good stuff, and this is what happens. So just a fun little Easter egg for you guys to start off the game. And now we are going to be watching Blackout Mobile Gaming Duo versus Squads War Mode. So what's pretty cool about this War Mode cast is that this one was actually done in dual perspective. So what that means is they both screen recorded the same game. And then in post and editing, he actually was able to switch between the views to show what was more exciting, what was less exciting. So basically just show the action all the time. You can see this is an SMG war mode using that micro Uzi to get a couple of knockouts right away. Looks like he has 4 people down. So that's more than one squad because they would have died if they were all together. He's going to go ahead and use that grenade to great effect and get those kills. What a good idea. You can conserve some ammo, and everybody starts out with a frag grenade. So why not make use of it? So check that out. Now he has a Vector, and now we're going to jump to his teammate who has a that's not a micro Uzi. That is the Tommy gun. So Tommy gun with an extended magazine is a very, very deadly weapon in war mode because you have 50 rounds in a single magazine. You're stuck with the iron sights, but hey, 50 rounds, can't complain. They're also the best people to loot because they have the most ammo if they die, so typically. And the Vector blows through it. So now we're back to Blackout Mobile Gaming. You can see that he already has 3 kills, 18 people alive, 18 people because they are playing war mode squads, which is usually 5 squads of 4. However, they are playing duos, so instead of 20, there's now 18 people total. And they have quite a bit of work to do. I mean, playing solo versus squads or even duo versus squads means that you need to get a ton of kills. You earn 1 point for every knockout, 3 points for every kill, and 1 point for every revive. And that's what we're watching in the top right corner right now. You can see rating is 19 out of 100. First team to get to 100. Now they're 20 because of that knockout, but the first team to get to 100 points wins. So you can see here that we are now watching his partner's perspective, who's unfortunately knocked out, was using that UMP. He has a UMP as well as a Vector. It's a good combination, definitely. You can see there's one of those airdrops dropping down. War mode airdrops, of course, contain some pretty awesome equipment. However, very, very, very difficult to actually secure because, well, everyone sees where they're dropping. So if you respawn, you drop out of the plane, you can head right there and kill the people who might be running there. So you can see they are now tied for first using that UMP, extended magazine UMP there. Gonna go ahead and get another knockout, and it looks like he's gonna go for the kills there. Yes, he is. So he's gonna go for the kills, deny that person who just ran up the slope to his left there, and is now able to knock him out while his teammate is knocking somebody else out. So this is how you have to do it, and it seems like SMGs only is one of the more dynamic modes to play, and one of the modes that you have a better chance to win in solo or duo versus squads. Just because, if you get an Uzi or a Vector or pretty much any weapon in this game, you can easily mow down multiple people if you get a couple good shots off. So teammate just killed somebody with a UMP. He is taking some damage, but is still alive. And we'll see if he goes ahead and heals or decides to just get killed and then respawn. There's definitely a a trade-off there. It looks like he is going to heal up, so I'm not sure. Yeah, he's going to heal up. So, because basically you have to weigh the benefits of getting healed or, taking the time to heal versus just dying and then respawning, anywhere between 5 and 30 seconds later. You can see they are hunting. This is one of the most fun maps to play too. This is one of the fastest maps to play for war mode just because there's very little cover other than the elevation. There's no houses with, great loot or anything to worry about. You're pretty much stuck on the mountain or on the side of the mountain and you have to make the best of it. So yeah, it's definitely a cool perspective for sure. This dual mode where you can switch between the people. And it looks like he did a pretty good job of syncing up the time. You can watch that because you can check out the rating or the respawn timer when he switches in between. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take out some more people. Yeah, with that UMP. UMP with the red dot, making use of that because remember, only the Vector and the UMP can actually use a red dot in this game mode because the Tommy gun and the Uzi are stuck with your built-in iron sights. So there's a squad, or part of a squad at least. Looks like they're doing some looting after some killing of their own. And check it out, they have now stretched their lead. 52 out of 100. They are halfway to the end. And it looks like second place is pretty far back there. So teammate getting a kill, he's getting a kill. And definitely looking good so far. So you can see the teammate definitely doesn't have as many kills. However, he does have a number of knockouts for sure. You can see some longer range combat best employed with the there he goes. So that's the danger of standing in the open, is when people tend to drop out of the plane. They can see you as they're dropping, they can drop near you and then just get a easy kill. So two more people, but they're fighting each other up there. There was a headshot, nice knockout with the UMP9. Blackout Mobile Gaming up to 11 kills now. And they are at 58 out of 100 points. It looks like he's going to go ahead and try to finish him off, get those 3 points for the kill. Yeah, you can see UMP. I mean, if you can feed it, if you have the ammo, UMP is one of my favorites. I mean, obviously the Vector with the extended quick draw is a great weapon as far as DPS, as he has out right now, especially with that red dot sight. But the UMP for just like longevity, as long as you have the ammo with an extended magazine, you've got 40 rounds. With the red dot, you've got a very stable platform and probably the best for long-term or long-range engagement. Looks like he's going to do some more healing, taking the time to just take cover. And now, instead of those guys killing each other, he's going to go ahead and snipe them or knock them out. So there's somebody running up the mountain who was just respawned and unfortunately got him with the Uzi. And like I said, once again, it's pretty easy to, if you know where you died and you know where that person was, it's pretty easy to just drop behind them and then get the kill once you respawn. Up to 72 out of 100, almost 3/4 of the way now, and dropping down very quickly. Taking a look around perhaps for where people are. Unfortunately, just had a little glitch there with the recorder, but gonna go ahead and switch to his teammate who also respawned using that energy drink parachute, dropping on the top of the mountain. Usually a good idea to drop near the top, just because if you drop on the sides of the mountain, unless, like I said, unless you're trying to flank somebody or get behind somebody, there's a better chance that you're gonna get picked off by somebody who has set up on the top of the mountain. Because remember, somebody could have like a Groza or an AUG with 4x just from one of those airdrops, so you do have to be aware that not everybody is limited to just short to medium range combat with those SMGs. He's got an Uzi as well as a UMP. And it looks like he is going to be favoring the UMP right now. Uses a, reloads, has that extended quick draw. Extended quick draw is very easy to find for the SMGs because everybody with a Vector starts out with one. I'm not sure if everyone with like an Uzi and stuff starts out with one too, but I know if you start with the Vector, you have one equipped by default. There's somebody with a level 3 helmet, I believe. So unless that was the gray level 1, but yep, level 3. So someone with an AUG too, or AWM rather. So check it out. There is an airdrop, and like I said, that's why you need to watch out, because not everybody. Oh no, he has the red dot on it though, and he gets knocked out by somebody with a vector. So that is a shame. Actually, there was no scope with the AWM, so I don't know what happened there. Usually in an airdrop, they'll have a scope with them, so that is rather odd. His teammate is going to go ahead and see if he can take him out, but unfortunately somebody runs around the side and gets him with a vector, potentially the same person who just Blackout Gaming. So let's go ahead and see what occurs next. Obviously they are making their way towards victory. However, they are both dead now, which means they need to wait until the respawn timer. So dropping down together, and that's always a good idea when you're dropping at the same time, gives you a better chance to engage those people who might be set up, especially if you're playing versus squads as they are. Looks like they're thinking about that airdrop. No, they're actually going back to near where they died to get the person who took them out the first time. So takes them out with the UMP, not able to kill him. Unfortunately, teammate goes down already, and teammate was killed with somebody by UMP. So you can see taking cover there, but the enemy is most likely at the top of that ridgeline, which is going to make it very difficult to engage him from down below. See, there is a decent knockout with long range UMP there. 85 points now, only 15 left required. Oh, there's somebody who landed very closely. He's going to go ahead, do some running and shooting. Oh no, he's out of ammo though. What is he going to do here? So he's contemplating using the grenade. Instead, he's going to try to punch him out, but unfortunately gets owned. And it looks like the guy who he was trying to knock out was also killed by somebody very close there with the vector. So unfortunately, that is the reality of running out of ammo in this mode. That's why it's so important to loot the people who you do kill, because their ammo is your only source of it, especially if you're playing here, because like I said, there are no buildings. Whoa, what just happened there? There are no buildings or other like spawn points for other weapons. So usually if you play somewhere like multi-power, well, there's a ton of weapons and armor and boost items just, you know, around the whole map to find. But here, there's none of that. So here, the only ammo you can get is from other people. Oh, that was a really good drop location. Dropped in behind those two people. Able to get one of them with the Uzi. Is he going to be able to get the other? Yes, he is. So he's down to only one magazine left with the Uzi. Does he get the kill? Yes, he does. Perfect. So that's what you want to do, you know, before you die. Look at that, level 3 helmet too. So that person, one of those people must have looted somebody from an airdrop. But that's what you want to do. Finish, get those kills, because remember, the kills, the knockouts are only worth 1 point. The kills are worth 3 points, which is huge. So now they're up to 93 out of 100. And I'd imagine at that point he was just wanting to die, because, you know, you want to get into the plane and drop down and be able to continue with your game, because unless your teammate can revive you, which is worth a point and doesn't take too long to do, it's just generally better to, you know, like I said, just die, drop with fresh armor, more ammunition, and have the advantage of being able to drop behind someone potentially. So there's a knockout with the Tommy gun, bringing him to 94, almost to 100 now. Just trying not to mess up that helmet. I think, yeah, that's the guy with the level 3 helmet. Here goes a revive. Is he going to be able to get him in time? Super low. Yes, he is. So only a 3-second revive, and that's worth 1 point. So now they're up to 98 out of 100. Team 2 has faded quite a bit, so they definitely have a buffer. All they need are 2 more knockouts or 1 more kill. So let's see if his teammate can get the... No, actually, they didn't. So... Oh, actually, he's going to show this from the other perspective. That's what just happened. So, you know, because this guy drops at the top of the ridge. There you go. He gets knocked out, and then he is able to, I'd imagine, finish him off with the Tommy gun. So here he goes. Gets the knockout, and is going to get the 100th point with a revive, actually, instead of a kill, which is a funny way to end the game. So there you have it. If you enjoyed the game, definitely give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends to help grow the channel, because I certainly appreciate it. And consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content, including gameplay, tips and tricks, location highlights, and a whole lot more coming soon. My name's DerekG, and I hope to see you on the battle.